little further back, but things are just the way they are, huh? All right. How's everybody doing? How is the world? A shining place? Where's the podcast with your friend? It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube, brother. We recorded it last night. It was lovely. It's gonna get good. That's like my boy. We talk baseball like every single day, anyways. I am having a rough week. I agree, brother. Luckily, I took the Red Sox, so I ended up just evening out with the Red Sox and the Tigers. I would only take my plays. I wouldn't take any leans. I don't know. I'm just trying to give information. It's early in the season, man. I don't know what to tell you. I guess dude. It's a process. It's not a day-to-day thing. It's not like we have to get back tomorrow. If you're just investing every day, you'll win long term. We do a lot of work. I'm not on the Brewers. I like the Orioles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and once a few people file in, I'm going to change the format up a little bit where I just do a full rundown through all the games. But Brewers, Orioles, I think the Brewers lineup is like susceptible to left-handed pitching plus left-handed pitching. So we have Zimmerman going today. You just look at like Yelich, Wong, Tellez. We can limit those bats. We're not afraid of Kane. We're not afraid of a bunch of those spots. Adames is streaky. So now with Zimmerman, I think he's better than he showed. He's kind of somebody I want to invest in. He had plus contact rates, plus swinging strike rates. They just haven't really translated yet. Eye test wise, I think Zimmerman passes it. I think Hauser's tough, but he's actually somebody contrary to a lot of other people that I'm kind of more looking to fade. Like unsustainably for how well he pitched, unsustainably low swinging strike rate. Like he had like a 7.2% swinging strike rate last year. That's freaking terrible. He's just like all value is being induced from like he's getting all his value from inducing soft ground balls with his fastball. Due for FIP regression. I think we just clench our two keys and take the Baltimore bullpen late. So I think it should be like more like a plus 120 for Baltimore or something, personally. Why is the Jays line going down? I think Manoah is really good, but I think Talen's really good too. So I think money's moving I think it's moving up the Jays line, right? Like last night it was more towards a pick 'em, and now we're seeing some people take Talen and the Yanks. I don't think the line can get too wide in either direction here. I think it's going to have to be about split between the two. So I think anytime it pulls too far in either direction, we'll probably get some buyback. It's like basically a coin flip game. Cubs should have won that game yesterday. Cubs bullpen blew it. The Cubs bullpen has been failing their early season tests, huh? And that was probably going to be a continuing boo-boo, you would think. Feel like Stanton will hit a home run tonight. Stanton's playing great. Manoah's really good. So's Talen, though. Talen's got some really good peripherals as well. I wonder if I wrote them down. So here's Talen. Let's take a look at Talen's peripherals from last year. This is also a kid you have to remember that's beaten cancer already. We're in the same club. I really like Talen. I think he's like just mentally a guy you want to get behind. Then you look at his peripherals, 83.5% zone contact rate last year, 33.7 chase, 12.2% swinging strike rate. Those are pretty dang good peripherals. They're not amazing, but they're pretty good, and you can continue to expect improvement as Talen goes into his prime. I like Talen. If I was able to, I faded the Yanks last night because if you're not going to put DJLM in the lineup, you're not going to put DJ LeMahieu in the lineup. You're disrespecting people that like baseball everywhere, Aaron Boone, and I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it. Playing Glaber over frickin' DJ LeMahieu, a top 20 hitter in baseball. I've had enough of it, Aaron Boone, and I will tell you that to your face. But otherwise, I think it's like very coin flippy, the game, but you can understand why people are getting on the Yanks. Everyone talks about Manoah, yada, 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 Manoah this, Manoah that. No one's talking about Talen. At home, probably better bullpen. We're going to see some. That's what a big thing we talked about on the live stream yesterday, me and Rez, was that I think that's one thing we've kind of overlooked. Like you just saw the Blue Jays load up on bullpen arms, just pitching arms in general. Are any of them that top flight or any of them that good? We're not sure yet. Just got on the live. Why are we on the Orioles? Did I miss that? Caleb? Yeah. All right. So we have enough people here. Let me just run through most of the slate, just general notes on the slate, and then we'll break down into more questions. We can start with Brewers Orioles again. I just think this Brewers lineup is going to be susceptible to left-hand pitching, righties that go inside, that curl inside on lefties, that kind of thing, away from righties. Zimmerman has showed, I think he's eye test wise, and some of the peripherals look really good, like contact rate, swing, strike rates just haven't really translated as much into he needs to learn how to pitch a little bit more. Think he's continued to get better. Hauser on the other side is somebody I want to fade. So it's like one pitcher I want to buy, one pitcher I want to fade. Hauser had like a 7.2% swing strike rate last year. It's just all like ground balls into the shift, softly hit ground balls. Yeah, I mean, I like that, but he's due for so much regression. I like Hauser, but everybody's trying to buy Hauser. So I can't. Yeah, I think the bullpen is obviously a decent disparity, but this has to be closer to like a Orioles plus 125, something like that. I'm so happy the Cardinals game got canceled, by the way. That was the wrong side of that game. I was definitely on the wrong side of that game. So happy to the baseball gods that the Cardinals got canceled. KC, I am on KC. Savali, I think the splits for Aaron Savali help us here. He's much better against lefties than righties. So the bats like Bobby Witt, Hunter Dozier, Michael A. Taylor, a lot of these X-Factor type bats, I think we have a better matchup with them. With Savali on the mound, I like Carlos Hernandez. He's another pitcher I want to invest in. A couple pitchers I want to invest in are out today. Super gritty guy. He almost reminds me of he's either a poor man's or like a comparable. I feel like almost like a Luis Garcia, someone like that on the Astros. Both pens are rested. I think KC's is a little better. I give a little oh man, backwards, my bad. Now instead of writing backwards, I'm just gonna flip it. My bad. I'd give a slight edge to the KC lineup. The only reason I didn't play it bigger, because I like this spot a lot for KC, is Cleveland's just better at baseball, have a better manager. I still think it's Royals up to minus 130, but it's early in the season, whatever. I might be just way overly disrespecting this Cleveland lineup, although it sucks. And I see Kwan's in the 2 today behind Straw. I mean, I like Straw and I like Ramirez. That's it. So I got to go Royals here. I think the Savali splits help us today. Moving down, thank God the Cardinals game got canceled. Rockies Rangers, I think, is interesting. I think the Rangers, I can't tell if they're the right side, honestly. I took the Rangers, and I think it might have been a little hasty. I can't tell. I think there's a little dreamer in me. A big reason I took them is because I kind of like the Taylor Hearn kid. I don't know why the kid. I've seen a bunch of things on him. He's just followed me around social media, and he's like a hometown kid, home opener for the Rangers. Great story. His whole family will be there. Everybody he knew growing up will be there. Lineup wise, I'm kind of jiggering in my head because it's because Gomber theoretically has more top end potential. I think Hearn can probably induce more weak contact, but Gomber can top end have a better start. I don't know if Gomber's ever going to live up to the hype, to be completely honest. I watched an Adrian Hauser spring training start. I know it's just spring training, but he looks sharp. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying that. I know a lot of people like Adrian Hauser. I just think ground balls find holes. That guy has so much regression coming just watching him. Gomber's 6.4 ERA on the road. I mean, Gomber's just been bad everywhere. Where has Gomber been good? He's been garbage all over the place since he got. I mean, he had he's shown a few flashes, when he was with the Cardinals, few flashes here or there. His wife's super active on social media. I always see him come up. It makes me want to root for him. His wife and his kid are always popping up on my TikTok. But both lineups in my head should theoretically hit left-handed pitching well. They're both stacked towards that side. I want to be on the Rangers here. I'm just wondering if because probably a slightly better bullpen for the Rockies. And I'm just wondering in my head if I should be like slight edge to the managing in Bud Black. I'm wondering if I'm just dreaming a little bit too much, where it's like, because like Bryant, Crone is really good against lefties. Brendan Rodgers plus matchup for him. It's really just Blackman on that side because Tapia is not there anymore, right? I guess McMahon we limit with the lefty matchup. But then on the other side, most of this like Solak, Simeon, a lot of these guys are made to hit right. So both teams made to hit righties, they made to hit lefties. It's interesting. I can't tell if I'm on the right side. The Rockies might be decent. We were talking about that on the podcast last night with my buddy too. I wonder if they're decent. Okay, let's see. Not hating at all, just wondering why you're taking the O's over the Rays today. Yeah, it's I'm just taking I like the matchup for the O's. I really do. I just pitching wise, I think the pitching matchup goes to the O's. I do. Seager has scary splits against lefties, which is weird. Huh. Seager should hit both sides of the plate well. I mean, he's a really good hitter. He should hit both sides well. It shouldn't affect him too much. He's really good. Little scenic stream today. Yes, sitting outside. This is my backyard. That's my favorite tree. Any NBA playoffs you like? We're going to go through NBA playoffs starting tomorrow. I'm going to take some futures because the West wins. I think that's pretty easy. The West wins. There's no way the East wins. The East stinks. So we just have to focus on the West side of the bracket. So it'll be a little easier. So we'll definitely go through the NBA playoffs. Why are you happy the Cardinals cancel? Just the more I thought about it, like Zach Thompson is really tough on righties. That takes away or theoretically limits the better bats for the Cardinals. Dakota Hudson, I kind of forgot how long he's been out. He pitched like twice last year. With how wild he can be sometimes, high volatility at minus 190 price, that was a bad bet. The Pittsburgh was definitely the right side. That's why the money came in there. Bucks winning, nope. East is not stronger. I'm confident the West will win. I would put anybody. I'll give anybody 2-1 money. You can have the East. And then you don't even have to pay me. I'll just give you it. That's how confident I am in the West. So anybody want free futures on the East? You can say right now. Or DM me, and I'll give you an $100 free future on the East. Okay, just DM me. Okay, let's move on. Athletics Rays, the line seems a little wide to me, but I can't find a hard reason to fade the Rays. With the A's here, it does seem a little wide. What I think would be interesting is if we get a live bet opportunity if, like, Patino can't go far. And he can only go a few innings. So it's like there's no Beeks today, no Flemings most likely. So it'll just be interesting to see what the Rays do with the lineup there. I'm just interested. But otherwise, I am not sure. Okay, Mets, Phillies. Initially, I was looking to take the Mets, but I'm a little worried about this matchup for Taijuan Walker here. I'm not sure he's going to be able to, he needs people to chase a little bit, like really fundamentally sound lineups that are going to take pitches and make them work. Taijuan Walker will just run up a really high pitch count quickly. I'm not sure he's going to get the swings and misses, just all kinds of things that he needs here. Scary left on base stats from last year for him. It was low. I think it was really low. It's just, I don't know, tough spots. Taijuan Walker. I think this line is really going to make him work. I think too much out over the plate. And then we're going to test the Mets middle relief, like that weird section before we get to the better arms in the back, the Lugo stuff like that weird section in the middle. I think we're going to test that. Ranger Suarez pitched really, really well at the end of last year. I haven't looked to see how Ranger Suarez pitched in spring training. Anybody got any info on that? But I think the line's probably about right. Phillies minus 150. They win it 60% of the time. That sounds about right to me. But I'd lean that way. So I think I'd lean Phillies. I think I'd put that somewhere in the corner. I'm not mad the Cardinals canceled. I'm very happy the Cardinals canceled. What's your Orioles pick? Dude, we've gone over Orioles so many times. I'm really high on Alex Manoah, but I'm also really high on Jamison Taylor. So it's tough for me, Carson. He pitched well in spring training. Okay. Then I think the Phillies are probably the side then. I might end up taking some Phillies. Why am I happy the Cardinals canceled? Because Dakota Hudson pitched twice last year, has control problems to begin with. Like that's such a high volatility spot. That was the wrong side. Orioles over 3.5 runs. I like it. I think the Orioles win this game. I like the Orioles. I'm not selling Brewers stock. It's matchup related for me. I don't like suddenly think the Brewers stink. I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon. Royals or Indians? Cyrus. The Royals. Why is Trevor Rogers not pitching for the Marlins? I don't know, but I don't like Elijah Hernandez. I think he kind of stinks. Manoah has big control problems to end the season last year, if I remember correctly. Nice grab, King Ant. I like that. What are your bets today? People are just fucking with me at this point. I saw your video, but which half unit are you most confident about? Andre, I think probably Royals, Orioles, Mariners are my favorite plays. When I went back to look at it. Line mate, what up, dude? How are you, brother? Yeah. Okay. Let me continue. Oh, shit. I bet. Let me continue running through this. If you were given your inheritance and put it on one play, what would it be? Me to win long term. So I would just split it up and actually invest it like a smart person. Go Brewers, baby. Okay. Oh, Trevor Rogers was amazing last year, and they haven't let him pitch yet. I don't know. Maybe health problems, considering his crazy herky-jerky. He's not really herky-jerky, but just long, lengthy, like Randy Johnson wannabe. Maybe he's got health problems. So the biggest thing, I kind of see in that Jays-Yanks game, I kind of see a pitcher's duel. I kind of think Manoah will pitch relatively well, and I think Taylor will pitch well. I kind of see a pitcher's duel in New York tonight. I'm on the Royals as well, but how do you feel about Savale? He can go crazy. He can get like 7+ Ks. I like the matchup for the righties. I like Savale more than I like Plesac, but I don't love Savale. I think he's a good matchup against the righty bats like Dozier. Get him involved. Michael Taylor, a lot of these X Factor guys. Whit Merrifield's going to hit whoever. But also righty versus Witt, righty versus Salvi Perez. Savale's lefty-righty splits are pretty insane. Okay, Mariners Twins. I see everybody talking about Logan Gilbert in the preseason, but I kind of like Chris Flexen more. Still only 27, already been over to Japan. A lot of like different experiences for the guy. Not necessarily the best righty matchup for him because like righty heavy Twins. He's also a reverse splits guy, so he's a lot like Savale. Good to bring them up in tandem. They're both reverse splits guys, but it's a terrible matchup for Dylan Bundy in my opinion. Like guy couldn't miss any bats last year. He's going to need like an absurd against this contact-oriented lineup. I think Dylan Bundy's going to need an absolutely absurd amount of variance to stay in this game. Like balls are just going to be flying all over the place. I think relatively hard. I don't see how the Mariners don't score runs. I think the Mariners just auto get runs. Mariners should be slightly favored in my opinion. I think plus 120 in that range. I think the line I don't think we're going to get a bunch of Mariners money either. I think there's a firm Twins contingent out there that's going to continue to play them early in the season until they figure out that they're not as good as they think they are. I'll take the Mariners. Orioles not winning. Okay, well, good thing we get to see the game in a few hours. Marlins versus Angels. I think for Michael Lorenzen, getting away from Great American Ballpark was the best thing he could have done. Like getting away from the Reds organization, literally just getting as far away as humanly possible was a genius idea. So I'll buy some Lorenzen stock starting now out in the spacious AL West. I'm not particularly impressed by Elijah Hernandez. Maybe start investing in this new Angels bullpen here that's been pitching better. I don't love the Angels lineup, but I think the Angels are the right spot here. It seems to make sense to me. Have you ever watched South Korean KBO? No, not really, but I generally get the vibe from South Korean Japanese baseball. Good breaking balls, not as overpowering, except maybe some relievers, stuff like that, but you generally get the playing style, what it is and how things translate. Do you like nerfies? Not really. I like to limit variance. I'm trying to take away variables and limit variance when I'm betting to make smart investments. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, sharp plays, man. I'm sorry, brother. You gotta calm down. What Mariners price do you think is good? Plus 105 still? Plus 105. Why do you have to get plus 105, Marty Lane? You should be getting much better than that. You should be getting 10, 15, 20 cents better than that. I grabbed plus 125 this morning. No wagering in Flaw. What? Huh? Morning, brother. How are you, J.S. Peters? How are you, my guy? And then Padres Giants. I didn't really have a good read on the Red Sox Detroit game. I know some people on the over there didn't have a great read on that. And then I forget what other game I just passed on. But Padres Giants, I think this line is like it's short for the Giants, but I like the matchup for the Padres, if that makes any sense. So I feel like I kind of have to pass. Because I want to play the Padres versus left-handed pitching. I like the way that matches up against a lot of these bats, like a Nola, get him a little better looks. People like that, Will Myers, get these guys looks, but it just seems short because like Nick Martinez, dude, he hasn't even been in baseball for he was another guy over in Japan honing his high fastball. The guy's got a plus fastball. That's what he's been honing there. I kind of like the way you throw a bunch of high fastballs in spacious Giant Stadium, like the way that matches up. The price is short, though, for me. Like, I should be getting like a plus 160 here or something. Alex Wood's a very good pitcher. He's a very good pitcher. Love the Padres matchup as well. Yeah, I like the Padres matchup. I just think it's short. Like, it's a very sharp line. It's a very, very sharp line. New to baseball, what's the best way to find good matchups for pitchers? Absolutely agree with what Carson said, Knowles. Baseball Savant's a wonderful tool. Wonderful tool. There's all kinds of, and especially if you go in like on the side, not just into the individual matchups and see the heat maps, all different things like that, you can look up specific pitchers and comp out pitchers, and you can see how somebody did similarly, like a guy that throws similar stuff. No, Chan, we haven't rescinded the Orioles pick. So we did on the podcast last night. Chan's on the Brewers. My podcast partner's on the Brewers, just so everybody knows. We're facing off there. Love the Phillies today. Rangers going to have a good outing. I'm starting to agree. I think I am going to add Phillies to the board. Philly seems to make sense in this spot. I agree. I just wish the line was a little shorter because I think the market's pretty sharp to open the season here. Like, I think that Phillies line is about right, but I think they're going to win. I think the San Diego line is probably like we need more value there, but I think they're going to win. What's your podcast? It's called Chan and Veed's Baseball Podcast. It's on my YouTube, so the link in my bio. We're going to be doing it twice a week. Love the teams you like for the day. Are we people fucking with me? You like Manoah and Toronto against the Yankees? I think that line is pretty correct. I kind of like the under there. Lil Horman. I think Manoah is going to pitch well, but I think Jamison Taylor's going to pick well. I want to buy Jamison Taylor stock. I like Jamison Taylor. I think he's mentally tough, and I like his peripherals. I think he's going to continue to trend up. I think both starting pitchers pitch well. I don't know whose bullpen I trust more, in all honesty. I'm starting to poke holes in this Blue Jays pitching staff. There's some holes I want to poke. What do the check marks mean? I don't know. I was going through them and I was like, which ones do I like more? I was like just checking in my head boxes. I'm like, I know these three have value. I don't know whether the Rangers and Angels have value. We just went over them before. I'm a little worried I'm just buying into the Taylor Hearn narrative, hometown kid making the home opener start for the Rangers. But is it more of a 50-50 game with Gomber versus him against two lineups that theoretically should have like a little more success against lefties? I kind of trust Hearn to get more soft contact, but I think Gomber has much higher upside, and I think the Rockies have a better bullpen and better coaching. So I kind of think the Rangers they might win, but it might not be the right play. The Angels, I kind of think are the right play. I like the Marlins, man. I know the Angels suck at baseball. They really do just suck at actual baseball. Like, they're just bad at baseball, and we know they're going to end up like 10 games under 500. And I think the Marlins are going to fight for a playoff spot. So it's just like these kind of games where it's like, I just like Michael Lorenzen moving away from Great American Ballpark. That will move. I think Michael Lorenzen will be a plus investment this year. I believe that. Not too much to get to Romano, who is legit. I think Jordan Romano is legit. The closer for the Blue Jays, I think he's good. Nerfian Guardians Royals. I guess that would make sense. I think the Royals can hit Savale. I think it's a plus matchup for them to hit Savale in my head. Orioles, I like that. Mariners first 5 money line. Yep, makes sense to me. I like them in all aspects of the game. I think they have a better bullpen too. Although there is a world where if like Alcala and Duran by the end of the season materialize into real weapons, the Twins could actually have a pretty dangerous bullpen. That might buoy them a little bit and help them meet some expectations. How about the Rays? I know a bunch of people on the Rays today. Somebody messaged me about this morning that I'm very close with as well. I just think like the line's a little wide to me. It's just like these are like they're wide, but I don't have any reason to take Oakland. I don't see why. A little worrisome that I don't know what the backup plan for Patino is. Hypothetically speaking, if Patino can't go long, I saw they used Beeks either like yesterday or the day before, and then Fleming the other day. So they've used both of them recently. So long reliever wise, could be a little thinner bullpen. Yeah, I don't know. But the Rays just beat up on shitty teams. That's what they do. That's why they have so many wins at the end of the season. I don't see anything decisive telling me that they're not going to win. So I'd probably lean that direction. Tigers is tough for me because I kind of like Matt Manning, but he's not anything special, and Waka sucks. It's just so coin flippy to me, and that's basically what the price is. I just don't have a good read. I couldn't find a way onto a good read with Red Sox Tigers because I mean, Waka stinks. You don't like the Rays or the Brewers today. I lean the Rays, I guess. I just don't have a reason. The price is wide to me, though. I just don't see any value. I can't rejigger anything. And no, I like the Orioles. I like the pitching matchup for the Orioles. I like Zimmerman against that lineup. And I think Hauser just find enough holes, and then let's just clench our ass cheeks like no other for the bullpen and just ride it out. Guardians are minus 110, insulting. Why? I like Carlos Hernandez, and I think they have the bullpen matchup. I think they have the lineup matchup. I think they kind of have the matchup in all three aspects except being good at baseball and having a good coach because they have the worst coach in baseball. Mike Matheny makes Joe Girardi look like an autistic savant. Are you on the Phillies? I would lean in that direction. I haven't taken them yet, but I think I would lean in that direction. It makes sense to me. The more we talk about it, with how Ranger Suarez had a good spring, they are really going to make Taijuan Walker work. He works to begin with. How long can Taijuan Walker really last? And then we get into that Mets middle relief, and I think they're susceptible there to begin with. So maybe the Phillies feast in that middle portion of the game. I can see them scoring a good amount of runs. What's your favorite total today? Nothing really was jumping out on the board to me too much. I think the Mariners should be able to score runs. I have a hard time envisioning a world where the Mariners don't beat up Dylan Bundy today. I mean, I guess, like, is he going to use his vet savvy against some of the Mariners' young bats? He's so shitty. I could hit Dylan Bundy. I'm semi-confident I could hit Dylan Bundy. By the way, we were talking about Bryson Stott the other day in that at my morning dog play group thing. I met Bryson Stott's ex-girlfriend this morning. She's hot, dude. Bryson Stott's got a hot girlfriend. The new Philly shortstop or third baseman kid. Hot ex-girlfriend, dude. Royals run line at plus 170. I don't hate that. Harper is going to have a big day. Yeah, I think his patience at the plate, I think all of their patience at the plate is a problem here. The Phillies lineup's patience is a serious problem against Taijuan Walker. The more we talk about it, the more we should probably be on the Phillies. I will pick some after this stream. Giants, I think the line's short so I can see it, Juan Vaz. I like the matchup for the Padres, though. I think like Nick Martinez, high fastballs in spacious Giant Stadium, that should play well. And then I like taking the Padres against lefties, but I think Alex Wood's really good. So like minus 140 Alex Wood. So like, are they just going to disrespect the Giants all season and we're going to have to scoop up the other side? So I just can't take the Padres at this price. Like it's under, like you're saying the Padres win this game like close to 50-50 or like 55-45. Do they? If you gave me like a plus 150, plus 160, we start talking. That's where it should be probably, and that's where I'd rather get it. Or like the line's probably about right here, but like if you get like a plus 150, you can be more confident. Like, okay, plus 150, 40%. I think 45. Give me that 5%, and I'll play it small. But I don't have, we won't really have anything. Red Sox at minus 20 is free money. I can see it. I can see them just shelling Manning, him not being special enough to do anything against that lineup. The lineup looks relatively locked in. I mean, Bobby Dahlbeck hit a fucking home run last night. Come on now. Cleveland, Nerfy. I don't know, man. I don't know about why people get so hyped on these Nerfies. It doesn't make any sense to me. I need the Orioles to beat the Brewers. I'd love for that to happen. I have a good amount. I snagged more at plus 145, so I double dipped there. I have a full unit on the Orioles. Do you like any no-runs first innings today? All right, embark on your journey, NJ. Everybody else, I will start looking at nerfy stuff. I said that the other day. I don't know in my head like which pitchers are definitely going to go all out. I mean, I would play nerfies more just off the top on teams. I would play them more on young pitchers that are just going to go all out in the first inning, as opposed to guys like a Garrett Cole or something that really want to establish certain things because they know they need to go deeper in the game, and that's like, you know, they have like they're trying to accomplish things. These guys are just trying to get outs. That's who I'd go for more on the no runs first innings. Like, do you nerfy guys just play tons of when there's openers? When there's openers, I'd be playing a nerfy every time then if I was a nerfy guy. Red Sox team total over is a good play. Yeah, I can definitely see that. You pulling it? What does pulling it mean? Happy to see you back at it, bro. Thanks, Dennis Scholes. We'll be here all the time, man. I'm going to be here every single day this baseball season. I will stream at some point. I have stuff to do this afternoon, so I'm streaming early. I will be here every time. Padres can definitely see it. I like the matchup in that direction. I just need more value personally. Phillies bullpen is going to be a problem again this year. I can't find many guys I like on there. We were talking about it yesterday. I can weirdly see like those vets kind of having resurgence type moments there. Like relieving is such a weird thing where it's like a season to season mental game, such a weird thing. And like where if you're an older guy that's had maybe a down season or two, you can really revitalize your career. Like people forget that like Darren O'Day, people like that like have been around are like 40 years old. How many bad seasons do you think Darren O'Day's had along the way? Sergio Romo, people like this. You have off seasons. It's like relieving is such a finicky mental game. And I think a bunch of the older guys going back there, like Brad Hand type people, can find some success again. If that all happens, there's a world where I think the Phillies can be very, very good this year. 9-7 Giants. Is that your score projection, brother? I think people like nerfy because it's quick. Yeah, nerfy is like it's like going and playing roulette or something. It's fun, I guess. Sup, dude? Oh, good. Royals nerfy thoughts. I don't know, man. What are we doing with these nerfies? We're just gambling. Can't we just go play CeeLo? Do you remember that game where you go and roll the dice and find the combinations? Can we play CeeLo? Savali versus no. I think I'd rather not do it because I think Savali's going to get hit. That's my prediction for that game. Is I like the matchup with the Royals versus Savali. Thoughts on Cardinals Padres? Well, Pirates, it's postponed, so it doesn't matter. We can talk about it in June. What makes you think the O's are going to win? I like the matchup for the pitching. I like Zimmerman versus the lefty bats in the lineup. I think Zimmerman's an undervalued commodity that we will see, you know, whatever. His peripherals are good. He just needs to, like, learn how to pitch a little bit more. There's just, like, an inning or two where it falls apart. But I've been looking to invest in Zimmerman. I think he's really tough. And then Hauser on the other side is just unsustainable to me. I don't think you can have his peripherals, his ERA, his FIP, just his general statistics by having like a 7% swinging strike rate and just like literally ground balls are just hitting the perfect spot every time. What happens when that stops? I need to fade Adrian Hauser this year because people are pricing him like he's much better than he is, in my opinion. I like him. I think he's super gritty. He's not that guy. He's like a maybe 5 pitcher to me. That's what he is. He's maybe a 5. Or like long relief. I think Adrian Hauser is a long reliever. I'm not pricing him like he's like a 2 or 3 starter, in my opinion. Red Sox -1.5 thoughts. Maybe. I don't have any opinion on that game. I'm sorry. It's like the 1-1 up. It's like the 1 on the board. Laying foundation. You always lay foundation. You've laid foundation places you're not even interested in yet. Book It with Trent loves nerfies. Yeah, I mean, he's creating a community of people that like doing things together. So they're like a good thing, I think, to do together. They're like fun. And if you lose a lot on nerfies, losing and tough times are where you create brotherhoods and bonds. So it's like, it's just excitement, fun. Thoughts on -1.5 Red Sox. People really like that. I mean, theoretically, if you're taking the money line, what's really the difference in this kind of volatility of a game? Because you got Walker versus Manning. I mean, we should see runs, you would think. So I can't really see a difference. Tigers are kind of feisty. Red Sox bullpen is iffy. That would be probably what would scare me a little bit out of that, would be the Red Sox bullpen gotten a decent amount of work lately. That would be what would scare me more on that. I'm trying to think. Just Manning versus that Red Sox lineup probably turns out poorly, huh? Probably doesn't turn out great. Waka using his veteranship, maybe just investing in Michael Waka. Do I have to? Especially northern states where it's less than 40 degrees, it's less likely to be an offensive explosion. Interesting. That might keep the ball down in New York as well. That makes me like the under in the Jays Yankees game as well more. Why do I like the Royals? I like just them in all facets. I like the pitching matchup. Think they have a better bullpen. I think they have a better lineup. I like Savali's lefty righty splits. He's a reverse splits guy, like flexing. I think that plays into the righty bats on the Royals, like a Witt, like a Dozier, the X Factor type guys. Give Salvi more chances at his bombs. Can't believe Salvi had 48 home runs last year. How insane is that? Brewers smack the Orioles, maybe. Shell God, you got to get Jake on Trent's stream. Who's Shell God? I can def organize that. Who is Shell God? Holy shit, we popping today. It does look like we're popping today. I like it. Red Sox got Whitlock, though. Yeah, Whitlock. I wonder how he's going to be after freaking 3 innings the other night. What a crazy, crazy move to have him go 3. Waka is trash. I'm a Cards fan. Hey, it doesn't. Oh, Waka is trash. I'm a Cards fan. Waka is trash. Waka's been around forever. Crazy that him and like Waino came up like together. A weird stretch back then. A little playoff run when they were so good. Royals, Phillies, Orioles, Mariners. I like it. I like that, Shell God. I'm a fan of that. Depends on how well Manning can locate his fastball. Carson, I like that take. Good dig. Although against this Red Sox lineup, man, 1 through 5, they are so scary. 1 through 5. How funny is it to watch Verdugo in the field shake his head all the time, though? Just like, well, didn't get to that ball either. I know, man. What about the Cards? I can't read it. It's postponed. Don't worry about it. Red Sox have the best hitting lineup, 1 through 9 hitters. It's crazy, but you're always going to they're so steady. That's what the Red Sox are. They're steady. Game to game, you know what you're going to get out of like that 1 through 5, like butter. It's just every day. No parlays. Stop endorsing parlays. No endorsing parlays on here. Rangers underrated this year, maybe, but that bullpen is not good. It's not a good situation. Taking Guardians. Good luck, bud. Good luck to you too, my brother. Would you parlay Royals, Mariners, Orioles? No, I wouldn't parlay anything. I don't see any reason to. Although MLB parlays, you shouldn't be eating juice. Like they shouldn't be taking anything from you, like other sports. So I guess less than other ones. I do know people that parlay stuff in baseball. What is this? I don't know if I can get to that right now. It's baseball. Why Orioles? I really think Zimmerman matches up well. Let's see how it goes. I like Bruce Zimmerman. I think he's really tough. I think he's going to limit Yelich. He's going to limit Wong. Like Adames is streaky. Lorenzo Cain can't really hit anymore. A lot of these spots, I just think like this Brewers lineup is susceptible versus lefties. It is. That's my hypothesis. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going to play that hypothesis, and I think they can hit Hauser. I like the top of this Orioles lineup. They make contact. Let's find some holes. I want to fade Adrian Hauser. Everybody else wants to buy Adrian Hauser. I want to fade Adrian Hauser. He's not like a number 3 pitcher to me. He's just not. We're pricing him like he is, and he's just not in my head. I remember young Waka in 2013 World Series versus the Red Sox, right? That's what I was talking about. Young Waka. Closing. What did I think of the Dodgers game yesterday? I wish I got to watch it more. That's what scares me, though, that the Rockies are just a spunky bunch. They might be a spunky bunch. I kind of like that lineup, man. Hey, man, no Doogie slander. Let's go Rangers. I dig it. Okay, we're going over a lot of the same exact questions. So I went through all of this is recorded on YouTube. Judge Homer, who's he against Manoah? A little wild, maybe. Manoah's not the worst. That's not the worst. Yeah, no, I'm just talking about Chad the Dad. I'm just talking about with MLB parlays. It's just in terms of value. Like generally they take 10%, 15% on a 2-teamer, 20% on a 4-teamer. They're taking juice from you. They're like telling you basically. So in MLB, you should just be getting straight odds. Like as if you played them individually, you should be getting that reflected exactly in a parlay. That's all I'm saying. Like certain sports, like an NFL, a basketball, they tell you like we're taking stuff from you if you're taking this parlay. Like you can go find the chart. It's like 40% or whatever it is. Or not 40, but 10, 15, 20, whatever. Fade Mets money line. Yeah, I like the matchup for the Phillies today. Brewers lineup is susceptible to all pitchers. Maybe. I kind of like them long term. I just really don't like them here. Orioles take is bad if you watch a single Orioles game this weekend. I watched all three actually because we were live betting the Royals in each spot. So we live bet all of them. So we'll see how it goes, Alex. I've watched every Orioles game so far this season, and I'm on them. So we'll see how that goes. What do you have to say about the Cards this year? I think they're the exact same team they were last year. Caney, Walker. I think they're just the exact same thing, and I think they're still middling, and I think I put them right into like 13 through 15 through 13 through 18, somewhere in that spot all season, just varying somewhere in there. I think they missed the playoffs. Although my podcast partner has them winning the NL Central, so Tyler O's, I know, long time no walk. How are you, brother? Under an Orioles Brew Crew, I would lean that way. AWalks, I would lean that way towards the under because I think Zimmerman pitches well. And then the Orioles lineup is the Orioles lineup. It has X upside. But I think Zimmerman pitches well. That is my thesis for today. Rockies are only good at home, maybe, but they also have a better lineup this year. I like their lineup. I think they have a slight bullpen advantage. I might be wrong on the Rangers. I might be wrong there. Why Phillies over Mets? I think Taijuan Walker, it's a bad pitching matchup for Taijuan Walker. He's better when people will swing at shit off the plate. If you really make Taijuan Walker work, he's more than willing to work and just run his pitch count up really early. We get to the Mets middle relief, and the Phillies just start doing damage. Ranger Suarez continues all of his momentum. What do you have to say about the Cards this year? Okay, we did that. Harper Homer today, maybe. Mariners money line, I agree. I think they should be slight favorites. I don't see how they don't hit Dylan Bundy. They have to hit Dylan Bundy. How can you not hit Dylan Bundy in this spot? Are you just going to hit balls directly at people? Like you're praying for BABIP variance if you're taking the Twins? I don't know. I think Chris Flexen has enough experience as stuff like that. It is not the best matchup for Chris Flexen, though. He's a reverse splits guy like Savali. So a lot of those righty bats can have success in the Twins lineup. So I will say that. Otherwise, it would be a bigger play. It's still, I think they're a better than 50% chance of winning it. I think they should be a favorite. The check marks are just the teams I like better. I think I'm dreaming a little bit on the Rangers. I should probably put check mark next to the Angels, but I can't find a marker right now, and these comments are coming in so damn fast. I guess I missed out on the conference tourney winner. Yeah, the other kid won it. Sorry, Tyler O's. Mariners aren't going to beat the Sox, or aren't going to be the Sox. I'm so confused. Salvi Homer. Good Nerfy. I can see Salvi. I like the right-handed bats for them today. Framil Reyes Homer. I don't particularly see a good matchup for that. I do like if you want to take any props on righties, though, against that makes sense. Thoughts on where the Braves will finish this season? I don't know. The chemistry problems. Which faction are you in? Are you in the Dominican faction or are you in the Swanson, Duvall, Matzik faction? I think the faction stuff, and I think somebody messaged me the other day, but I think Swanson's gone by midseason. I think the Braves melt down a little bit. I'm predicting some crazy shite to start going down. The chat is moving so fast. This is insane. Got a unit on every Nerfy today. I don't know, Monday, travel day, that factoring in your head? Yeah, I think I agree with the Phillies over the Mets. I'm liking that more and more by the minute. Yankees or Blue Jays, I weirdly almost lean the Yankees. I thought I was going to be leaning the Blue Jays, but weirdly I'm almost leaning the Yankees. I like Jameson Taillon a lot. I want to invest in his stock. I like his peripherals a lot. Good contact rate, good swinging strike rate, mental toughness, cancer survivor. He's a guy I want to invest in this season. Manoah can be wild. I think we maybe have a slight bullpen edge. If there's a check mark, yeah, I just like that better. I might have been guessing. The Rangers scare me. The Rangers scare me a little bit. The Rockies did have a good weekend, Jordan. I agree. They scare me a little bit. All right, we're going to have to figure out another way with the chat. This moves so fast. I lean the Yankees. Yeah, Jay's bullpen, exactly. That is a scary pain point, Big Mac. That's something we're going to have to watch throughout this entire season because it's something we pinged in on my podcast with my buddy yesterday. Is that it's something that jumped off the page this first weekend. Like, you got a bunch of arms in that Jay's bullpen, but are any of them good? You just loaded it up with shit. But is any of it good? Not really. Seattle are a lot better than people think. I agree. I think the Mariners win the AL West this season. I think they're better than Houston, personally. Boston for the W today. A bunch of people in the chat liking Boston. I'm sorry, man. I've gone over the Orioles so much. Is there any way that Steve Hunter, you can rewatch this? I like the pitching matchup for Zimmerman. I want to fade the Brewers versus lefties, and Hauser has some wildly unsustainable BABIP shit. Like, I think he's got to start giving up a lot of hits and a lot of hits quickly. You can't have a 7.2% swinging strike rate and a near 4 ERA in today's baseball. I just don't believe that. Phillies over Mets, agree. Why do you say thank God on the Cardinals? Because it was the wrong side. The money was coming in on the Pirates because it was the right side. Too much variance with how Hudson. We got to remember next time Dakota Hudson gets to pitch, whether it's like tomorrow, whatever it is, Dakota Hudson hasn't pitched in like 2 years and had control problems to begin with, or hasn't pitched in like a year plus, had control problems to begin with. There's just a lot of things that can happen. At laying it at like minus 266% implied odds, we're saying like 75% of the time or something, the Cardinals win that game. That was incorrect. That was the wrong side. Very happy the baseball god saved us today. I think the Cardinals win the NL Central. A lot of people think that robbed the builder. My buddy that does the podcast with me did. I just don't believe in the depth of that lineup. I think it's a very short lineup. I don't think, like, outside of a few guys, I'm just like, I don't like Dylan Carlson. I don't like a lot of these things. Like, Nuke Bar was like an afterthought in their organization like a year ago, had like 2 months of decent hitting, and now everybody's like, he's good. Like, come on. What are we doing here? I like Boston's team total more than the money line. I like Matt Manning, but yeah, against that lineup, it seems kind of tough. Late game, though, Sunday Night Baseball. They have a relatively early start time, Sunday Night Baseball, with the travel from New York to Detroit, losing an hour. Not the best travel spot for Boston, I will say that. What do I think of the Reds this weekend? I don't know. I got to look at it. I don't even know who they're playing. I don't know. I think the Indians pulled off today. Maybe. I'm on the Royals. I like them at all three levels. I think bullpen, starting, pitching lineup, they have an edge today on all three. Make it for great again. No problem, brother. I'll be here every single day. This is my commitment this year. I'll be here every damn day. It might be at a different time. Everything's recorded on YouTube. But Mark Stakowski, only fading the Brewers because hitting lefties, because I think the Brewers should win the game and F5. No, not just because of that. I think not only the pitching matchup, I think we have a good matchup on the other side. So I think they'll hit on that side. So I like both sides of that pendulum. I think they can hit Hauser. His stuff's on it's just make some contact. They have some pretty good contact bats. I don't see what the problem is. I think the top five in that order does some damage today. The Orioles are going to win that baseball game. The more people fight me on it, the more I want it. I'm happy. I have at least a full unit. I probably took a little more. I have at least a full unit on them. Tim Anderson MVP is not the worst take I've ever heard, because I kind of like the White Sox to push through a little bit this year. Maybe they might be my best team in baseball. I was redoing it yesterday, and I think I had the Giants and the White Sox at 1 and 2 in baseball. Braves spread, maybe. It's ring ceremony. Somebody messaged me about that. Ring ceremony is interesting. Why do you have Miami over Angels? I don't. I have Angels over Miami. Mike Newell. I like Lorenzen moving away from Great American Ballpark. That place sucks to pitch. Moving to a way more pitcher-friendly confines. Angels' new bullpen investments. I like that kind of side of the Angels pitching matchup to at least limit the Marlins. And then on the other side, I'm not an Elijah Hernandez guy. I know a lot of people are high on him. I have no idea why. I've never seen that guy pitch and been like, I really want to invest in this guy. So maybe the line could be about right, to be completely honest. Just because how far is Lorenzen going to stretch? That's kind of a big question mark. And without knowing that, I can see us going up 3-0 and then blowing it. Alonso going deep. I do not have a crystal ball. Him versus Rangers Suarez, lefty-righty matchup. I'm trying to think about, does Ranger Suarez keep the ball way out over the plate a lot so he can extend his hands and go oppo? Yeah, maybe. I like more the Phillies bats in that matchup. Can you give me like a Bryce Harper prop? Can you give me like a against Taiwan Walker? Can I get like a John Segura prop? Can I get like a John Segura prop? Cleveland Angels, Cardinals. Yeah, I'm not going to talk parlay odds. Carlson, dude's good. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Daniel Carlson might be good. I know a lot of people say that. Not for me yet. Oh, Royals is a no-go. Interesting. Bryson Stott, Rookie of the Year. That would be cool. Goldblum. I know a bunch of people that know him out here in Vegas. I met his ex-girlfriend this morning. She's hot. He has a hot ex-girlfriend. That's usually a good sign. Civale is going to go 6 scoreless. I don't think so. That is not what I see happening. Let's see. Daot. Maybe. I think Carlos Hernandez pitches well, though. He's a guy I want to invest in. So that's not necessarily like if Civale, I don't think he pitches like that with this kind of pitching, this matchup. I think the righty bats, he's going to give him a lot of chance for success. His reverse splits are concerning here. Just like Flexens can be minorly concerning. I see why some model people or whatever people are playing the Twins early are looking at because of the reverse splits. But I just think the Mariners score so easily in that matchup. How do the Mariners not score so easily in that matchup? That has to be a coin flip. Bobby Witt is going to get his first homer today. I would like that. I don't hate that prop if somebody's doing a prop. How are you, my friend? Did you see any of the Masters? Charles Henley, I did not. I'm not a golf. I play some golf, but I can't watch. White Sox looked awesome against Detroit. I agree. I think the White Sox are really good. Ring ceremony was Saturday, was it? Did I get that text late? Oh, wait. Why wouldn't this ring ceremony have been already? Oh, you're right. Big Mac. Thank you. Is that Big Mac Sack? That's a good name, brother. I like unders today. I don't necessarily, although Monday I think is probably a good travel days are probably better for unders. I've never studied it though. Yankees, I would probably lean in that direction, but that feels very coin flippy to me. I think both pitchers pitch well. The Bargo champ, I think that's I think both pitchers pitch really well. I'm out of here in 9 minutes, by the way. We might run forever. Why are you so high on the Giants? Haven't been keeping up with offseason moves? Because I think a lot of people are low on them based on just like they think the older guys like Belt, Longoria, Crawford all had really good seasons. Belt's just going to continue. That guy's a really good hitter. But like Crawford, maybe mildly unsustainable season. Buster Posey retired. People are off on that. I think that the young bats are going to make up that gap. I think Yastrzemski is special as shit. I think Lamont Wade is a gamer, and I think they have really good talent, young talent to offset it. I think Logan Webb's going to continue to progress. I think they have arguably the best rotation in baseball. Dude, Webb, Rodon, Alex Cobb was awesome last season. Alex Wood, Sclafani. What are we doing here? The bullpen is that's the scariest part. So that's the part that makes you say maybe they're not the best team in baseball. National Pet Day? Dude, National Pet Day? I wanted to take all the birds. I was thinking taking all the birds today, the Jays, the Orioles, and the Cards. But now it's just 2 birds left. If it's Pet Day, do we pet the birds? Are we petting birds today? Mitchell? Becker? Are we petting the bird today? I don't want a Nerfy in KC Cleveland. I can see what's-his-face doing well. We have so many comments. This is just insane. Okay, Anthony Rizzo to homer. Dude, I love Anthony Rizzo. Angels lineup is terrible. Angels lineup isn't great. I agree with you there. Jakes, what's up? Is baseball your main sport? Only senior college basketball content? Both of those. Those are my 2 main sports. I'm trying to make UFC a main sport as well. I do like the Orioles. I support handicappers. Brewers shutout? No way. No way Hauser shuts them out. I would DM me. Kid that said that Brewers shut them out, I'll send you free money. No way. You taking the Royals today? I am. I just hammered Guardians. Okay. I like calling them the Indians a lot better. I do have the Royals. Holy crap, dude. The messages are just okay. I think we went through all these games. Yeah, you can go back and rewatch on YouTube. But we kind of went through everything. I think I'm going to check out because I don't know if we ever stopped. There's so many messages. Merrifield over 1.5 bases. I like that. I think Merrifield should hit Savale well. Let's see what kind of splits. Everybody's saying this about Savale pitching well. Yeah, I don't even think I looked at Savale's splits specifically against the Royals. Let's see. The Mariners are going to light up Duffy or whoever it is. That's funny. Hold on. Let's see these splits. Benintendi, Dozier's hit him pretty well. That's what I thought. Merrifield 3 for 9. Yeah. Salvador Perez. I think the righty bats in this lineup are going to hit him well. I'm not moving off Royals. I'm on the Royals. Nobody likes the Orioles. Nobody likes the Royals. Let's see how it goes. Let's pet the birdies today. I'm petting some birdies, although I might not pet the Toronto birdie, but I'm going to pet this Oriole birdie. I'm going to be pet my Oriole all day, just petting it on the head. I'm petting some birds today, kids. Shohei first homer today facing a power right-handed pitcher. I like that. K.M. Chesney, I like that in prop land. What is that prop? Do they give you decent props on Shohei, or is it like plus 210 because they're dicks? Thoughts on Cubs after the first weekend? Feisty, but the bullpen's probably going to fail them a bunch, and, it is what it is. All right, boys. We'll be back tomorrow. Let's get back in. I think we've done what we can do. I am going to add the Phillies to the slate, I think. I think we've talked about it enough where I feel comfortable doing it. And, we'll be back tomorrow. We're streaming every damn day this year. I got a wedding this weekend, so Saturday I'm going to be busy. I will find a way to hop on. I don't care if I have to go crawl out of the church and go wherever and sit in a corner for half an hour and do it. I will be here every damn day this year. We will produce the best baseball content on the internet. That is a damn promise from me. Don't promise much, but I do promise that. I will talk to everybody soon. We'll probably just do regular 1 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. If not, I'll freaking notify people. Everyone is recorded on the YouTube, though, in the link in my bio. Every single one's recorded. So you can go back and watch. We'll talk soon. It was a good day today. We've been getting a lot of people recently. It's a good day. Hope everybody does absolutely wonderful. Any questions or something, just comment on my latest post. And then there's a new podcast with my buddy, also on my YouTube page that we did last night. That was a good time. Just talked about early season stuff. Hope everybody has an absolutely wonderful Monday. What is your most confident take? Probably Royals, Orioles, Mariners are my favorite plays of the day. Go Peacocks. Forever the Peacocks, huh? Pet the birdie, dude. Let's pet some birds today. Let's pet some Oriole birdies today. All right, boys, pet the birds. We'll talk soon. Hope everybody has an absolutely wonderful. It is Monday. Have a good Monday, and we'll talk NBA playoffs tomorrow too. I'll come with some NBA playoff dates because I'm telling you, it's the West. It was always the West. The West was won before they played the game, but the West has already won the NBA championship. We just have to figure out who. Is it going to be the Warriors? Is it going to be the Warriors? Is it going to be the Clippers? We'll see. Brewers shutout. We will see, my friend. We will see. I'm telling you, message me, DM me. If the Brewers shut out the Orioles, I'll send you some free money too. Have a good one. Talk to you boys soon. That's smelly. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think I like them a little bit more. The Rangers, I'm definitely dreaming a little bit. 1,000%, I'm dreaming a little bit on the Rangers. The Phillies, I'm going to end up playing. I'll take that away. I ended up playing the Phillies. I will right after this. Have a good one, guys. Have a wonderful day. I will talk to you soon. All right, I'm outie.